A young man who's never been down the mountain before carries a cucumber to find his fiancée. Unexpectedly, when he's only halfway down, a stunningly beautiful woman stops him. Next to her is an old man who's almost on his last legs. They step forward to ask him the way to Baiyun Temple, but the young man can tell at a glance the old man is seriously ill. He says straight out it's late-stage liver cancer, and he won't live more than 3 days. He also asks if they're here to see divine Dr. Su. The woman is shocked, and immediately asks how he knows that, but the young man doesn't answer, only saying they've come at the wrong time. His master's wife divine Dr. Su has destroyed the temple and left. Hearing this, the old man sighs at fate, looking dejected as he tries to pull his granddaughter home, but the next second he suddenly reacts, and hurries to call the young man who's leaving. Then he asks if the young man just said he's divine Dr. Su's disciple. The young man proudly replies that he is. The woman is overjoyed, immediately grabbing his hand and begging him to save her grandfather, saying she'll give him $1 million for the treatment if he cures him. The young man thinks about being penniless right now, so he agrees without hesitation. He takes a packet of silver needles out of his bag, then pricks one needle into the old man's arm. The old man winces in pain as if shocked. The young man says this is a normal reaction to detoxification, and the second needle next is the key. As he inserts the second needle, the old man spits out a mouthful of black blood right away. The next second he feels completely relaxed. The incurable disease that was once a death sentence is miraculously cured. The old man immediately tells his granddaughter to transfer money to him, but the young man says he doesn't have a bank card yet. The woman says they're going back to Jiangcheng, and offers to take him down the mountain to get one on the way. What a coincidence. The young man is also going to Jiangcheng to find his fiancée. Then in front of the regretful grandparents, he takes out the marriage contract with the Tang family. It turns out 20 years ago Tang Wanda, the head of the Tang family, begged his master's wife to save him when he was dying. His master's wife used immortal methods to forcefully extend his life by 20 years, on the condition that they marry their granddaughter to him in the future to lead him into the mortal world. In the blink of an eye 20 years pass, but his master's wife suddenly destroys the temple and leaves him behind, only leaving a letter, telling him to go down the mountain to fulfill the marriage contract with the Tang family, and specially telling him to bring the cucumber grown with fairy dew from the back mountain, saying this thing can save the Tang family head's life. And today is the last day. When they see the name Tang Yuelin on the contract, the grandparents are shocked with their mouths wide open, because they know this Tang Yuelin is getting engaged to the richest man's son, young Master Lu, at a hotel today. But the old man doesn't mention this, only saying he'll make sure to take him to his destination. The young man isn't polite either, but his action is unusual. He uses magic to teleport to the roof of the car and sit down, making the grandparents not know whether to laugh or cry. Soon the young man arrives at Tang's hotel, in their private car. Before leaving, he suddenly blows a kiss to the woman. This frivolous act makes the woman scold him for being a playboy, but the old man reminds his granddaughter. This young man may seem unrestrained and ignorant of the world, but he's actually a hidden dragon, not an ordinary person. They must seize the chance to befriend him. The granddaughter asks what to do. The old man looks at the Tang family direction meaningfully, saying the young man will soon need their help. At this time the Tang family is holding a grand banquet, all immersed in the joy of marrying the richest Lu family, when the young man bursts in at an inappropriate time, announcing himself as her fiancée. Young Lady Tang immediately thinks he's crazy, ordering to drive him out. But the Tang family head remembers the promise from 20 years ago, but he has no intention of keeping it. The people around also don't believe the young man. Seeing this, the young man sits down on the ground, taking out the marriage contract to show them directly. Everyone immediately starts whispering and pointing. This embarrasses the Tang family head, who announces the contract void on the spot, telling the young man to stop making trouble here. Hearing this, the young man jumps up, asking if he's trying to back out. Unexpectedly, the old man shamelessly says he's willing to give 10,000 yuan as compensation. The young man gets angry when he hears this, saying breaking the engagement in public is insulting his master's wife, and this little money is humiliating. Then the old man stops pretending, waves his hand to call security to drive the young man out. Angry, the young man lays down saying the woman has to marry him today whether she wants to or not. Unexpectedly, just then, young Master Lu from the richest family walks in. The old man is afraid of causing a misunderstanding, hurrying to order to drive him out, but the rich second generation says no need, saying he wants to show the young man the gap today. Then he waves his hand, telling people to bring up the prepared betrothal gifts. The first one is 10 kilograms of gold. Opening the second box, there's a 1 billion cash check, and the third one is a 10 billion yuan business cooperation project. Everyone present admires the Lu family family's wealth and power. Unexpectedly, the rich second generation takes out a fourth one. It's actually a Tianshan snow lotus that can prolong life. He walks forward proudly, wanting to see the young man make a fool of himself. Unexpectedly, the young man looks full of disdain. He walks over and picks up the so-called Tianshan snow lotus, saying the flower is withered and all its medicinal properties are gone. It's even hard to cure your lack of yang energy. Then he pats his bag, saying today he'll let them see a real treasure. Who would have thought what he takes out is a cucumber? Everyone bursts into laughter when they see this, all mocking him for being a country bumpkin. But the young man says this cucumber was grown by his master's wife with fairy dew. It can bring people back to life in critical moments. Seeing no one believes him, the young man tells the woman the truth directly, saying this cucumber can save her grandfather's life, and it's also the betrothal gift his master's wife prepared as agreed. Unexpectedly, the woman takes it as an insult to the Tang family. The Tang family head is even angrier, snatching the cucumber in one hand, saying how can his life be compared to a cucumber, then throwing it on the ground, and getting ready to step on it. The young man immediately stops him, saying if he steps down with this foot, no one will be able to save him anymore. But the old man is blinded by greed and desire, and can't let go of his pride and favors. He can't bring himself to pick up the cucumber as the young man says in front of everyone. So he says proudly, he didn't get to where he is today by being scared, and he doesn't believe a cucumber can decide his life or death. Then he steps on the cucumber that could save his life, crushing it.